0 days since what? Hello there.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds...
I don't give
won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Yeah, but
you
you
plan to do what she says, don't you?
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
okay.
And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that?
Have you enchanted all of
There's no
them?
reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, I do.
I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women.
I know.
And I think you know that.
You ordered them
All I'm
killed.
asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
You're a mob
There's
boss.
still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms.
Very well.
Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
Do you want your lawyer?
And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me,
Yes.
you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
I don't care.
You're often reckless. And I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here?
Justice.
Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it.
I know who ordered them dead as well.
Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
No, I haven't.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little.
I could have said Fabletown.
It's
Eh,
over.
justice is the right
So,
answer.
shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
I'm tempted to say you're not going anywhere.
Actually looking forward to seeing
Oh, I'm so tempted!
interactions with her have gone rather well.
Fuck it, I'm going to do what I want!
We're not doing this your way.
How unfortunate. I was hoping we could...
Fuck you!
What are you gonna do now? Rip me apart like some kind of animal?
Yes.
Killing me here would achieve nothing.
I don't care.
And what would Miss White think? You show up with nothing but a corpse. No answers, no proof. You'll never know the truth, and she'll barely stand to look at you.
I know I should...
Is
Fuck
it
you! I don't care. You're dying right here.
This is it for you.
This is for Faith and for all the
You've
rest.
said enough.
Fuck you! I promised this to too many people. I don't know what his deal was. I don't know what he tried to
Where the
do.
hell is Bigby?
I don't
Come
care.
on.
Where is he?
Are you fucking kidding
Are
me?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, any minute. And then we'll get started. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know it's short notice, but given the circumstances...
I got him. It's done. Do what you will with me. It's over.
What have you done?
Oh, God.
I killed him.
Bigby.
Shit.
He killed him. Holy shit.
I didn't
done.
think you had it in you, Bigby.
Stop it.
Well, I did.
You ripped him apart.
I sure
I
did.
told you to bring him back alive.
You really fucked him up.
What did you do? He's all...
You did this to him?
Why?
It's over. Crooked Man is dead. No shit.
I thought I wanted him gone. But this...
It's terrible.
It's done.
No, it isn't.
What the hell happened? Tell me. Tell me why you did this.
I think it's pretty
He
clear.
nearly ripped his head off.
Please, explain yourself.
I had to do this. He was a danger to all of us. I couldn't risk bringing him back here unless I removed the threat.
And
Correct.
you felt comfortable making that call on your own.
Yes, I did. That's my job.
Would it have been that hard to restrain him? Did you really have to murder the man?
Hang on. It's not murder.
Then what would you call it?
Justice, maybe?
This is not justice! You know it's not.
Why not?
This is Bigby Wolf doing whatever the hell he wants.
Which, in this case...
You can't do things like this anymore.
It's too late for that discussion now. He's dead, so let's move on.
So, that's it?
We can't just move on.
That's all you have to say?
What are you getting on his case about? He did the right thing here. If this fucker killed Lily...
And Faith.
How can we be sure of that? Without a trial, what evidence do we have?
I have
we
it all in
never
my
had
head.
anything concrete. That's why we needed him here.
Are you telling me the killer might still be out there?
Why'd you kill him then?
Crooked Man was the prime suspect, but without his testimony, we have nothing.
Georgie told me everything. The Crooked Man made him kill those girls. He gave the order.
Georgie?
Where's Georgie now? If we bring him in for questioning...
He's dead.
What? Where is he?
Bigby? Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Don't worry about it. It's done.
What?
Georgie and the Crooked Man were guilty of murder. And I made sure they
I
couldn't hurt
didn't.
anyone else.
I put him out of his misery. No.
So he's dead.
No, no, no,
Is
no,
that
no,
what you're
no,
telling
no.
me?
That's more complicated than that. Could have
I
left
don't
him.
even know what to say to you right now.
Maybe that's not such a bad thing.
You're on board with this?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like the Crooked Man didn't deserve it. And if Georgie killed them...
You think anyone deserves this?
You know how many more people could have died?
Your job is to keep Fabletown safe.
And I did
the
my
minute you
job.
start abusing your position by attacking people, we betray the trust of this community.
You know,
And killing those people out there, on your own, without due process, it makes us look like...
killers?
How could you do this?
It's just one thing after another.
Look, I'm glad he's fucking dead.
But like this?
What does it really matter?
He could do this to any of us. You should be thanking me. I took care of the Crooked Man and Georgie. It's all over because of what I did.
if you want to toss me down the goddamn witching well,
I made
fine.
myself very clear.
Yes.
This is not okay.
Snow's right. This is disgusting.
Oh, it's much worse than that.
What, are you guys buddy-buddy with the Crooked Man all of a sudden? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Gran.
Everyone, that's enough!
Grendel here is on my side.
Bigby, I
all
can't protect
people.
you without the support of this community.
I know.
The minute you kill another suspect,
There's no
I
one
won't
left to
be able
kill.
to stop them from calling for your resignation.
And yours.
What, do you want me to resign?
If that happens, I can't defend you. Do you understand?
I
He's
understand.
not gonna listen to you.
Okay, Snow. I get it.
Do you? Listen.
I do.
Maybe you were right this time about the Crooked Man, but what happens when you're wrong?
Well, then I pay the
The
price.
second you make a mistake about someone,
I know. I know,
I won't
Snow.
watch you become a murderer.
I won't.
I think it's too late for that.
I'm not a murderer.
Good.
So how do you explain that?
That's not...
Bigby, don't.
Okay,
Having
fine.
some personnel issues, Miss White? Can't control your mutt?
Bluebeard, this is hardly the
It
time.
looks like as long as the wolf thinks you're guilty, he has free reign to murder you in your sleep.
No. That's not
Is this
how...
what we can expect from now on?
Yeah, you make one mistake and Bigby's gonna rip your head off?
Hey, that's not fair.
Nah, he'll just bat you around for a while. Make sure you get thoroughly fucked up.
That's not going to happen.
Or just beat us to death?
Are we even protected anymore?
You ungrateful motherfuckers!
How do you expect to enforce that?
I saved the entire community.
I'm not about to...
You think I'm being ridiculous? We all know what you're capable of. You nearly gouged my eyes out.
Please.
You
Please, the
attacked me,
sheriff
you...
isn't going
You
to...
see? The wolf does whatever the hell he wants, and the princess is no better.
Now, hang on a minute.
You don't believe me? They came to my apartment, and then for no earthly reason, she wanted my tree destroyed.
I prevented that! I
She was
stopped her!
helping people glamour themselves as other fables. We couldn't let that continue.
I
Can't
stopped
say
her.
I'm fucking surprised.
I am. Snow, how could you do that?
You tried to ruin my life, for no reason at all.
What else were we supposed to do?
There were other options.
Snow made the wrong call back there. That's why I didn't burn your damn tree.
I'm saving my
I have
ass here
very
at
good
all
reasons
costs.
for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
So that makes me a villain?
No,
You can pretend it's about law and order, but it's time you stopped lying to yourself. You wanted to get back at me for what Crane did.
Correct. You're not so
But
innocent
that
yourself,
doesn't
Snow.
justify it.
And
you
I
both just
stopped
act
her.
out of your own selfish desires. It doesn't matter what's right.
Hey, fuck you! I saved all
At
of
this
you.
point,
Your
I'd rather
ass...
Crane.
Your ass was on the
You
line!
don't mean that.
At least Crane didn't kick the shit out of everybody.
Or
Yeah,
destroy what's ours.
He also earned the position.
you fucking
don't
deserve.
start.
He left us alone.
Things will only get worse now.
You can't really believe that.
You know what? You'd rather have Crane than you fucking deserve
Maybe
it.
I shouldn't have...
You fucked up your
You're
own
losing the
lives,
clout. Of course.
Dealing with
I shouldn't have said that.
Making your own bad fucking choices. And now you want to blame us for your screwed up situation. I've been trying to fix the mess you made.
How dare you!
Is this how it's gonna be?
You're gonna blame us.
Bigby's right. You people don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do you seriously think you want Crane back? He was an asshole, and he didn't do shit for any of you. Snow and Bigby found my sister, when Crane wouldn't even look.
Yeah, but they only came around when they thought it was Snow White who ate it.
No, Snow cared about Lily. She cares about all of us.
What about
And
the
if
wolf?
she's in charge, then I know she's gonna look out for us.
I don't care if I stay in charge, you know.
Oh, come on, Holly. You know that's not gonna stop the sheriff from pulling the same shit he always has. I mean, this, I get. But I didn't do shit wrong, and I got tossed around your fucking bar.
That was different, Greg.
You attacked me,
Well, they
Gwen.
haven't done anything for me. Crooked Man screwed me over, and then this asshole just came by to make it worse.
Really?
Everyone, please, just
Really?
calm down.
We have a right to be heard.
You
Afraid of
ungrateful...
what we have to say?
This isn't helping.
I'm not finished.
Like we give a
Need
shit.
some help, Miss White?
Just a minute.
This can't continue.
Listen.
I still have something to say.
Listen, friends.
But I was...
Please. It isn't Bigby's fault. He can't control his nature. And frankly, I wouldn't dare ask him to try. Just as a scorpion stings, the wolf must bite.
Fuck you, dude. I've made
With
a
the sheriff
decision.
so impulsive, shouldn't the new deputy mayor have at least some command over her office?
Beard?
Are either of them fit to run this town?
Can I say something?
Excuse me?
Nerissa.
Who the hell is she?
My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, please step aside.
Wait!
How long have you been standing there?
I have something to say.
Of course
Let
you
her
do.
speak, Bluebeard.
But
Let her speak.
I haven't been able to speak my mind for a long time. We were prisoners at that club. We had nowhere to go. No one cared enough. Certainly not Crane. You're acting like they haven't done anything good in the last few days, but you know that's not true. Because of the sheriff and Snow, I can finally talk about what happened to me. To all of us. We're free now. And I think that should count for something.
My crown witness.
Thank you, Nerissa. She's right. We haven't been there for you in the past. And I'll be the first to admit we've made plenty of mistakes. But I truly want what's best for this town, and we're trying to make things right. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And I'm sure Bigby does too.
I was willing to die for all
It's
of
going
you.
to take some time to clean up Crane's mess, but he's gone now. The Crooked Man is dead. The killer has been found, and you can all rest easy knowing we're here to look out for you. I'll make sure of it.
While that's all very touching, is it enough? I'm still not convinced Miss White has what it takes to control the sheriff, or run this town.
I am. We haven't really given them a chance. Crane just left. Let's see what Snow and Bigby can do on their own.
I trust Snow to do right by us.
You can vote us out of office if we don't perform well enough.
Chances.
Things are finally changing around here. Maybe you don't feel it, but I do. Bigby and Snow are good for Fabletown.
She's right. Now that things have settled down, I'm sure they can do better.
And we will.
I'm sure.
Right, Sheriff?
Well,
Of course we will. We're not like Crane. We'll look out for you.
We'll see.
if we don't, you can always vote us out.
You see that?
Find someone better to be in charge.
Good riddance, at least.
This won't end well.
Shit.
It's over now.
Farewell, you evil, conniving asshole. Even in death, you've tried to thwart me. The Woodland Luxury Apartments, 1 day later. I've managed. We've all managed, we've made it. We're free now, or are we? There are so many problems left to tackle. We need to deal with the budget. We need to help Fables actually find
Sheriff.
stable employment. Hey, don't fly
come
catcher.
see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Damn it. Sending little piggy off, but not...
This fucking line.
But not Toad. Hey everyone. Hiya, fellas. How you doing?
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Got it. I'll get them to him momentarily.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Yeah, I bet you do.
We'll talk later, okay?
I'm sure we will.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
I'm not actually sorry what happened to that guy. I've made my choice. It was premeditated. Of all they thought that I was acting on impulse. It's worse than that. It was absolutely premeditated. From the moment I walked into that steel mill, I've decided to kill him. And then I did.
I'm going! Jesus!
Toad, I didn't want to kick you out.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit!
Can't we?
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff.
Toad.
Nice fucking day.
I gave you the money.
Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
I tried
Sorry
to
about
help.
all this. I tried to help.
You know I did.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Hey, I tried.
I told her
I
I
tried.
had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
I tried my best, dude. I did all I could for you. I don't make the rules.
All right, calm down.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby. I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
I should visit him. I should visit him all sometime.
Give this to Miss White, please.
Aww.
Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, She was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
Don't open it.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
Oh, TJ. Oh,
That's
TJ.
everybody.
I'm sorry this had to happen.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
It's not.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
I'm embellishing.
Even in daytime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the Mundies seeing you. It'll be nice.
I'll visit you. I'll bloody visit you when I can.
So bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
I've
Bye,
heard
Mr.
stories.
Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
You could have promised to visit. Nah, they're not comfortable around wolves, are they? Sorry. I'm sorry. Still mad? I wish I could visit. Sorry, Colin.
Sorry, Colin.
I told you I just
Got
enforced the
another one of
rules.
those? How
Sure.
about a smoke for the road? One last time?
Have the entire goddamn pack. It's the least I can do for you.
Thanks, Bigby. Always a gentleman, aren't you, Bigby?
I do what I can, buddy. I do what I can, but we all operate within
I guess I'll
limitations.
see you around.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble, okay? If you even can.
Try.
I'll certainly
Yeah,
try.
Me too.
Saying goodbye?
Ha! How are you doing? Why do you have that piece of crap around your neck?
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah.
Can you please take that
Guess
off?
I am. It's not easy to forget.
It's
I know
unnerving.
it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
I'm not going to remove it for you.
Go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do
At
on
least
my own.
I didn't try to do that myself. At least
Listen,
I didn't immediately launch to
came
touch
here
her.
because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start.
Well, you can finally tell me.
Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together.
Of course.
The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out...
He did.
I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay?
You untied her
I
ribbon?
thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us.
You doomed them!
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect
You
them.
killed them effectively!
Yeah.
Indirectly!
Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man.
Oh,
But then...
sweet logos, Narissa.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie... It was my fault. I sold them out.
Yes, you did.
She just...
And Lily?
Not all that polite, but if you're confessing...
That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You're the one who did that. That's...
I walked her over here, and I left her.
So I would
just
notice.
Hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just...
That's why she was
pointed
so
you in the right direction.
interested.
People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way.
Yeah.
We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
You can
I don't know.
count on it.
Seems like no matter what I do, it's just
Not enough.
not enough for
Or
for
anyone. Yeah.
I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you.
I'll do my best.
You two make a good team.
You'll keep blaming me, but I'll do
look
my
out
best.
for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them.
And what do I
At the end
get?
of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I'm the big bad wolf.
But they'll come around. You'll see.
Yeah.
After everything you've done for us. Maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened.
You know.
You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. If you hadn't killed the Crooked Man back there, he would have just talked his way out of it like he always does. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing.
But at least you
You've
have
been
some
given this job
faith in
for a
me.
reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
I'm glad someone has some faith in me.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I expected something along those lines. And you know, the worst part is that that's a bit of a callback.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I'm not sure why I am doing
I'll
this.
see you around, Wolf.
Mary? Those bits of dialogue were supposed to tell me something. That there are some loose ends I did not tie up, but I can't make the connection. The only thing that comes to mind is that it's Mary, but I don't know what else to say. 68.6% of people killed Georgie. To not kill him would have presumably left my hands clean. I get that, and then I could say that I did not kill Georgie. But that would have been rather glib, don't you think? So no, I put him out of his misery. And I did essentially forgive him. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? No! No, I most certainly did not. Alongside... Not alongside 10.4%, as a part of 10.4%. I did not give him a trial. I killed him right then and there. I'm in the overwhelming minority. And obviously I had the intuition. It seemed like the right thing to do. I was asked to do that explicitly. I was reminded to do it. It was so clear, and he himself brought it up. Oh, Snow wanted him to be brought to justice. Snow wanted him to have a fair trial. He wanted to have a fair trial. He wanted to be brought to the woodlands and judged. And I was about to pick that option too. You saw me run out the timer. You saw me do it. You saw it happen. But I didn't. Relying on the intuition of a dysfunctional alcoholic, like the woodsman, wasn't there. Interestingly enough, I didn't ask him what was next for him. I have no idea where he decided to go. Perhaps he got drunk that day and just couldn't attend the trial to speak in my favor. And maybe I missed him in the crowd. Who knows? Either way, I decided to kill him, and I do not regret doing so. I would gladly find out how it goes if you decide to bring him to justice and then have the trial run its course. But I do not regret killing him. I did the right thing. How can they trust me? Well, I think they still can. And I think despite everything, I still did the right thing. Did you walk out of the witching well? No. 84.7% of players stayed until the end. Of course they did. Seriously, what's the rush? It's all over. I can take my time. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? 98.5% of people decided to accept it. There's 1.5% of people who figured, no, I'm not taking this bug with me. You and 29% of players said I've made a lot of mistakes. These were my last words to Narissa. So I have no idea what happens later, if anything. Well, let's see if there's any scene past the credits. If there's anything I am presented with. Because if I'm not, then... Oh, look, I am presented with something. Beast, you lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. That's true. Beauty, you promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that you saw her outside the apartment. You impressed her with your detective skills. Really, there was... There was nothing that I've done that was particularly impressive. Bluebeard, you fought him after the interrogation. I sure did. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You sent Colin to the farm. Come on now. Was there an option for Colin to stay at my apartment, but for Toad to be evicted? Faith, you gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. Didn't make any difference. Nerissa, you gave her a cigarette during your final conversation. You tried to take her ribbon off in Big B's office. I'm sorry. Snow, you brought her along with you to the Trip Trap, and after Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. And here's Toad. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. You gave him money. Those are the only special stats over there. That's it. That's particularly underwhelming. Those aren't even the most interesting of characters here. Arguably. I don't know anymore. I was so tempted to bring him to justice. I was so tempted to just go back on all of that and bring him to the Woodslands to stand trial. In a way, it felt like the right thing to do. In a way, and to an extent, I felt remorse. But in a way, and to an extent, I still feel like I did the right thing. Extrajudicial though it may have been, brutal, cruel, and unpleasant though it may have been, I still think I did the right thing. After all, what difference would it have made? Okay, let's say I give him an opportunity. Over there, I give him a shot. What if he talks his way out of this? Does that mean that somehow his guilt has been diminished? No, it just means that he's managed to convince people. That surely shouldn't settle it, now should it? I would have satisfied people's felt need for justice and procedure, I understand that. Maybe that would have comforted them as a community. Maybe that would have given them the peace of mind. Perhaps. And if he were to stand trial and to be judged, would we toss him down the witching well? Possibly. Possibly we would have found a different sort of punishment for him entirely. It's quite likely that we would have been able to neutralize him without actually assassinating him. After all, with no support left, he wouldn't have been much of a threat, would he have? I'm tempted to say, I guess we'll never know, but we possibly might. If I replay this, especially if I replay Apprehension, that would be particularly great. I'd like to see the trial. I most certainly would. It's funny. I did make a few mistakes, but at some points I just decided to go against my instinct consciously. Chapter 5, people. Vivian's story, the girl with the ribbon. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night, while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. Poor Vivian. The pudding and pie, Vivian and Georgie's place. Vivian and Georgie met during the exodus from the homelands, and they helped each other survive the long journey to the mundane world. What did the journey involve? How? It wasn't even just instant teleportation, it was a long journey? How did that... Upon their arrival, however, they found it hard to make a decent living. Yeah, so they made an indecent one. With what little money they had, they opened a pudding and pie. Operating a strip club may not have been the most desirable occupation, but they figured it was better to be in charge of a place like this than be forced through desperation to work at one. Winter Wolf, Bigby's mother. Bigby's mother, Winter, fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf cubs. But he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter. Heartbroken and alone, she tried to care for the cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Bigby, but as the runt of the litter, he was often teased by his older brothers. After Winter's death, Bigby's siblings went in search of their father, but Bigby stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day until he was large enough to confront his father and finally make him pay for the pain he caused his family. The big bad wolf, Bigby's true form. Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot-tall wolf. In addition to his iconic huff and puff power, of course. That explains everything. He has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Big B is able to hold his breath for an abnormally long amount of time, making it impossible for him to drown. That's good. Mary's loyalty, part of the job. Bloody Mary began working for the Crooked Men many centuries ago. He promised her freedom to do as she pleased as long as she agreed to act as his personal bodyguard and hitman. Because of the Crooked Men's power and influence, Mary never had to worry about getting caught by the authorities. She enjoys her job immensely and would defend the Crooked Men to the death. Mostly because she finds it fun. Fabletown Justice. When a criminal is captured in Fabletown, the traditional procedure is to hold a formal hearing in front of the community or concerned parties. However, exceptions are often made to expedite the process. In reality, there aren't any hard and fast rules for these types of situations, and the extent to which policies are upheld can depend on who is being charged. A new order. Snow White in charge. Oh dear. With Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the Director of Operations and Deputy Mayor in his absence. Oh my. So she's not just usurping the power, she actually has been appointed. Amazing. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many fables made it to the new world safely. She's also been doing the work of Deputy Mayor unofficially for years. Sheriff Bigby. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby Wolf spent many years wandering through Europe. With a fable colony quickly developing in the New World, Snow White and Third tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with a lycanthropy-stained knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Bigby became sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. Okay, that explains a lot. I can't go and visit. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. That's it. That's everything, at least as far as Chapter 5 is concerned. Yeah, not counting all the parts of the previous chapters that I have missed out on, and the like. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and you'll see me elsewhere.